PSN name changes are finally a reality. Sony announced today that PlayStation Network users can now change their online IDs, erasing whatever bad choices we all made when we were younger and stupider and have had to live with for a decade.
I never thought this day would come, but you can change your name as many times as you want to, with the first change being free and every time after costing $9.99, or if you're a PS Plus member, $4.99.
I don't get that. That's stupid. Why would they ever charge you?
To PS Plus.
But why would they ever charge you money to change your name?
Xbox does.
It doesn't. What? It doesn't.
You made this choice. You have to live with it.
They're just changing data on their end. It doesn't cost
a real big
them
process.
anything. Now, Jonathan.
Yes.
I've been hearing the process has some caveats for changing your name. How do we actually go about it?
Damon, it's a very, very simple process. I'm kidding. It could actually be very problematic for you depending on how you're trying to do it. For starters, you can't change your name via your PS3 or your PlayStation Vita if you're using those, because games and apps for them don't support this change. You'll have to do it either via your PS4 or your web browser, and it takes a few steps on the website or through your PS4.
So how does this actually work?
The easiest way to do it is via your web browser. It must be internet enabled. You may not know that. But first you're going to want to sign into your PSN account and then select PSN profile from the menu. You can do this pretty much from any PlayStation website. Then you're going to select the edit button that's right next to your online ID. Following that, enter an online ID of your choice or choose from some of their suggestions. You're probably not going to want to choose from the suggestions because they're very silly. But after that, you just need to follow a couple on-screen prompts to complete the change. If you want to do this from your PS4, it's a couple extra menus you'll have to get through. You'll have to go on your PS4, log in, go to the settings option, then select account management, then select account information, then select profile, then select online ID. See, it's a lot more steps. Then you're going to want to enter an online ID of your choice or choose from one of the suggestions. Again, I suggest not choosing from the suggestions. After that, it's a couple on-screen prompts and your name will be changed.
Okay, but can I go back to my old ID if I end up hating my new one?
Yes, but you'll have to contact PlayStation support. I'm sure they're nice people, but contacting support can be a problem sometimes. And you'll also have to make sure your ID doesn't violate PlayStation's terms of service, that really, really long list of rules that you never read.
So I'll change my name, and that will appear in every game I play, right?
Not exactly. So all games published after April 1st, 2018, including all future games, should operate with the name change just fine. Everything before that date, however, is a little more left up for chance.
How so?
Well, PlayStation has a long list of games they've tested with no known issues if you change your ID, which is a nice thing.
So does that mean some games do have issues?
Yes, Damon, it does. All of those games, you can read those right now, have some issues identified with using them. Those issues include having your new ID or any ID not displayed at all, or displayed in just some aspects of the game, and your account may be unlinked from specific game accounts, as well as certain game settings may be reset to their defaults unless you sign out and then sign back into the game.
Okay, that doesn't sound like anything too critical then.
Speaking of critical, PlayStation does have a list of games with known critical issues. Disc Jam, Everybody's Golf, Just Dance 2017, Little Big Planet 3, MLB The Show 14, 15, and 16, Onrush, The Golf Club 2, and Worms Battlegrounds.
I like 2 of those games.
That's good.
What's a critical issue?
Well, a critical issue means you may lose in-game currency you've paid for or acquired, user-generated content, or even actual game progress, like scores and trophy progression. All of those may be lost. Some parts of these games, either on or offline, may not work, and Sony actively recommends not changing your ID if you are actively playing any of these games because of those issues.
Well, it sounds like there are a lot of precautions you might want to take before actually changing your PSN ID. But I think people will mostly be glad that Sony is finally letting us change our names.
Definitely.
Be sure to let us know in the comments if you plan to or aren't going to change your name just yet. And stay tuned for any more IGN PlayStation changes right here at IGN Now.